Caitlin Clark returns to Carver-Hawkeye Arena on Sunday for a game between the Indiana Fever and the Brazilian national team due to Clark's influence on Iowa City and women's athletics. We have full team coverage previewing the big day, and we'll start with Elise Gann, who spoke to the youngest generation of Hawkeye fans.
The Caitlin Clark effect is nothing new to sports fans across the globe, but the former Iowa superstar stands out most to one specific generation.
I got my Caitlin Clark shirt.
Yes, girls basketball player of all time.
From her career at Iowa to her transition to the WNBA, Clark has taken women's sports to an entirely new level, putting them on the map for arguably the biggest audience they've had in years. Through her rise as a female athlete, Clark is a huge role model for younger fans, giving them several things to look up to.
She hits threes, she hits some too, she makes friends, and she has a lot of fun. Like all the game winners she had, the buzzer beaters that she did, the impact she's had on young women and just kids for her legacy.
But aside from the crazy threes and buzzer beaters, younger fans have learned more from Clark than just her skills.
Never give up. Just keep going. Just keep shooting.
I just try to be the best that I can, give 110%. She's not afraid to be herself. She always goes out there and does her best.
Carver is bound to be packed with fans of all ages as Clark makes her grand return to her former floor. However, there may not be as many students as there have been in the past, and that's why we'll send it over to DITV's Jake Rios with more details.
Thanks, Elise. And even though the 15,000 seats right here at Carver-Hawkeye Arena were sold out within just 45 minutes of going on sale, few University of Iowa students actually managed to get the tickets. With the Indiana Fever set to play the Brazilian national team in Caitlin Clark's home arena, tickets were offered to season ticket holders and donors in a pre-sale. The demand to see Clark was so high that all the seats were sold out before the tickets were released to the general public.
I'm very excited about it. I'm very upset I didn't get tickets. I had access to the pre-sale because I had student season tickets, and I waited in line, and I called my dad. I'm like, come on, give me your credit card, and then he said, we can't, we have a wedding that day, so unfortunately I can't attend, but I'm there in spirit.
Some tickets that were purchased during the sale were then resold online. An original ticket costing $250 would be resold at a price on average at $440. The steep pricing for the game has led more students to find alternatives to watch.
I'll probably watch the game. I don't have tickets. I just couldn't justify the prices, so yeah, I will not be going in person, but I'll probably watch it.
The preseason game is set to take place on Sunday, May 4th at 3 p.m. Central. Even if the pricing made it difficult for some students, it's clear they'll be cheering for Caitlin however they choose to watch. Even though many of University of Iowa students won't be able to watch Caitlin Clark back in action right here at Carver-Hawkeye Arena, they will be taking advantage of watching it online and at the bars. Grace Lathrop has more on what the bars are doing to prepare for students.
Thanks, Jake. As you can see now, these streets may look pretty empty behind me, but on Sunday, they're projected to be filled with a sea of black and gold as fans rush to the downtown bars.
That is the sound of hundreds of Hawkeye fans cheering on their favorite team from the bars just a few miles from Carver-Hawkeye Arena. Iowa City bars are gearing up for what they are expecting to be a busy day on Sunday.
So we have extra servers working this weekend, a lot of people on staff, extra bussers, because we know we're going to be really busy with parents, students, everything.
The airliner is an Iowa City go-to and is already expecting a large crowd from their popular Sunday dollar slice deal. Just across the street, another Iowa City staple is also running specials for game day.
They will be running $3.50 tall boys all day, and then we'll be having breakfast in the morning times, and that'll be our special.
Mickey's has been a go-to game watching spot for years. However, its popularity goes beyond just the menu.
I think Mickey's just holds a really good reputation from the past few decades. We have a good staff, customer service, and just a good atmosphere in general to be watching a game.
Bars like Mickey's and Airliner will not be taking reservations on game day, so it's important to keep this in mind when looking for a table downtown.
The Indiana Fever game on Sunday is not just going to fill Carver-Hawkeye Arena, but downtown Iowa City as well. From the Ped Mall, Grace Lathrop, DITV Sports.